Welcome back to the research world. In this video lecture, we are going to discuss point number first, what is research method? Point number second, what is research methodology? Then comparing the research method and methodology, and finally discussing the examples of the two concepts. So let's begin. First, we will discuss what is a research method. Research method refers to all those methods, techniques, and procedures that are applied, used during the course of studying the research problem to answer the research problem are known as the research method. In other words, we can say a research method explains how a researcher identifies, collects the processes, and analyzes the data. Examples of the research methods: experiments, surveys, questionnaires, regression, correlation, interviews, case studies, the observational trials, etc. These all are the examples of the research methods, because through these different methods, the researcher will try to solve the research problem. So, the research methods are basically classified into the three groups. The group first, the group 1 includes methods that focus on collecting and describing data. That is the group that will be discussing the methods that are only concerned or linked with the data collection and describing data. For example, interviews, questionnaires and surveys, observations, the documents and records, the focus groups, and the oral histories. These are the examples of the group first. The group second. So the group 2 or the group second includes a collection of the techniques meant to help establish a statistical relationship between the variables. For example, regression analysis, the correlation analysis in case of the quantitative studies, while in case of the qualitative studies we have the content analysis, the narrative analysis, and the discourse analysis. So these are the different types of the research methods for the data collection. These first two, these are basically the quantitative nature, and the remaining three are for the qualitative studies. So this is the group second. And then we have the group third. The group 3 is made up of the methods used to evaluate the reliability, validity, and the accuracy of the results of the processed or the measured data. That there are the different techniques or methods through which we can analyze the reliability and the validity of the data. So these are known as the research methods. Now we will be going to discuss what is the research methodology. What is a research methodology? Whenever a researcher chooses any particular research method, he or she must justify or rationalize why such a method is preferred to others. Or we can say that research methodology means why a particular research method is used or applied. For example, in this very practical example, we will be actually trying to clear the concept of the methodology. That is, methodology is the justification. For example, a qualitative study is appropriate when the goal of researcher is to explain a phenomena by relying on the perception of a person's experience in a given situation. That is the perception. So as outlined by a quantitative approach is appropriate when a researcher seeks to understand the relationship between variables, because the purpose of this study was to examine the experiences and the perceptions of the women working in STEM. A qualitative approach was the most appropriate choice. So this is what justification, this is the justify the chosen research design, that why a particular research design has been applied in this particular research topic or dissertation. For example, the researcher has used a qualitative study. Now the researcher has given the proof that basically this study was based on the experiences and the perceptions of the women, and for that a qualitative study is appropriate. So this will be termed as the research methodology. Examples of the research methodology. Some other questions or examples can be verified. For example, was the research instrument designed appropriately? That is checking the validity or the reliability. Second one, why was the instrument selected? That's point number second, that you need to give the justification, you need to justify it. Then, is it appropriate for addressing the research hypothesis, questions, and problem? And lastly, is the sample size representative of all the overall population? That is, you have to provide the justification for the sample size. So, the research methodology basically is the justification or the rationale for the selected research methods. And then we have the comparison of the research method and the research methodology. So we can say that research methods and the research methodology, there are the different points of the opinions which differs between the research methods and the research methodology. So finally, in the net conclusion, we have seen that the research methods are the techniques used for solving the research problems. On the other hand, research methodology is the justification of applying or following a particular research method. Thank you for watching, and hopefully this video has helped you a lot. If you love my videos and my content, so please press the subscribe button and share with your friends. Stay tuned for the upcoming video lecture.